and thank everybody who helped organize everything. Our host, Sarah, is great in putting everything together. The only one thing she couldn't take care of was the weather, but it's okay, I'll let her slide this time. I have the honor and pleasure to introduce the new president at Fisk, Dr. James Williams. And some of you have been with us in previous years where we, 3AG, hosted the Salute to African American Executives and Emerging Leaders Luncheon. And this year, when we learned that Fisk was getting a new president, he was starting in February, which is around the time that we normally host our luncheon, I said to Lillian and those in 3AG that this would be a wonderful opportunity for us to do something different this year than the luncheon, but still keeping the same tone of bringing leaders and executives together, allowing them to network as well as honor our Fisk students, and give us an opportunity to meet and introduce the new president to some of the influential leaders in Nashville. So that's how this came about. So we are very thankful that all of you came to help make this a success. Dr. Williams is the 15th president at Fisk University, and before that he was dean at Seidman College of Business in Grand Valley State University in Michigan. He earned his BS degree in accounting at North Carolina Central. He's got an MBA degree in accounting from the University of Wisconsin, as well as a PhD degree from the University of Georgia. And here, he's not a stranger among us lawyers, as he has a JD and an LLM from Georgetown University. He's received numerous recognitions and honors for his work with students and student organizations, and he's done research work that's widely published in scholarly and practitioner journals, including accounting and finance, issues in accounting and education, just to name a few. He serves on a number of community and corporate boards, and I had the pleasure of speaking with his wife this evening, who is from Flint, and she told me that when we started our relationship with Fisk, I'll back up, when we started our relationship with Fisk and decided to do a scholarship, part of the reason that we chose Fisk is because we had attorneys who were alumni of Fisk. And I had shared the story how I did not go to Fisk, but I had always wanted to go to Fisk, and one of the regrets I've had was that I chose not to go to Fisk for undergrad. And so I was sharing that story with Ms. Williams, and she told me that they are willing to adopt me. If you happen to hear that I have an honorary degree, but at this time, I'll ask Dr. Williams if he'll come and give us some remarks.
Thank you very much, and thank all of you for joining us this late afternoon, evening now, and especially since I know you've been working all day and the weather hasn't cooperated. So I really appreciate your being here this evening. Before I say anything, actually, I want to bring the star to the podium because I need to have her say something first. So please.
And I am really pleased to be here. Everyone keeps asking me, when are you going to come? And then when did you get here? So I got here about 5 days ago, and I am really excited. I'm also very pleased that the reception was able to be rescheduled because I would not have been available to come in March 26th, I think I saw on the original. So I am pleased to be here, pleased to be able to meet everyone. And I have not made my way across the room, but I do plan to do that. Also, you never have to apologize to anyone from Michigan for anything other than snow. As long as it's not snowing, we're good. And I did come with my snow brush in my car just in case. So we are pleased to be here. here, and we are not stopped by a little rain. And you got to get to at least 3 feet of snow to slow us down. So, thank you.
Carol Williams and I met at the University of Georgia. That's where I was. And she was at Clark Atlanta University earning an MBA. And so she worked for years with IBM, and she has the business acumen to chime in, sometimes maybe too often. But just kidding there. But she is clearly, you know, the bond that has kept our family together over these years. We celebrated our 25th anniversary in January. And so I'm humbled to be the husband of Carol Campbell Williams. Thank you, sweetheart. But anyway, I want to get back to the business at hand. And that is to, again, thank all of you for being here. I want to make sure that we recognize the students, and I understand they will be recognized later, so I won't ask them to introduce themselves at this point. I know they want to convey their thanks for the support that this firm has provided them specifically, but Fisk over the years, and we really appreciate this partnership. What I would like to do, though, is to recognize a few folks. I know my vice chairman of the board, Barbara Bowles, is here somewhere. Yes, Barbara. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the work you've done over all the years, Fiskite, and has been so supportive of my presidency over the couple of months that I've been here. I know I can always count on her. She has great advice and counsel, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here this afternoon. Also, I want to recognize Fiskites in the audience. Would you raise your hands, please?
There's another board member, too.
Oh, yeah, I just saw she just came in. Fiskites, would you raise your hands just so I can see who you are? All right, that's a good group. I missed one of our other board members, Kate Ezell is here, and Kate has been with us more recently on the board, but she again has been very, very supportive, helpful, and has been working hard to make Fisk a better place. So I really appreciate the work you do, Trustee Ezell. Thank you very much. I also have a number of folks from Fisk in here in the development office, and so I want you guys to raise your hands so folks can see who you are. Would you please? I've been telling folks since I arrived is that, you know, we have our challenges at Fisk, and there's no doubting that, and quite frankly, we're not trying to hide that. We know that we're a great institution and have been for a long time and will be in the future. There's no doubt about that. We have some things to correct, and we're correcting those things. But one of the things I'm so pleased to announce, quite frankly, and I share this, you know, as broadly as I can, the group there at the Fisk campus, faculty, staff, students, they are tremendous. They are absolutely tremendous. Couldn't ask for a more committed, more dedicated group of professionals as the faculty and staff at Fisk University. And they understand the charge. They understand that it devolves upon us to do what we must do to continue the great legacy that is Fisk University. And what we are trying to do there, they have embraced already. And so I'm really pleased to introduce that group wherever I am, wherever I go, because they're just that tremendous. So I want to thank them for always supporting me and for showing up this evening. Again, thank you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about things. I do want to tell you how honored I am, first of all, to be the president at Fisk University, but quite frankly, also to be a member of this community. My wife and I are looking forward to being engaged fully in this community. We believe we have something to offer. We believe our university has a lot to offer. We understand that it's our responsibility as the first couple, if you will, to make sure that we are connecting with this community in ways that we ought to. We want to make sure that we are as open and as welcoming, quite frankly, as everyone has been to us since we arrived just a couple of months ago now. And we know that if we are there where we should be in this community, that opportunities are going to present themselves for us to contribute to this community in a tremendous number of ways, quite frankly, and to a tremendous extent. So we're looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to extend this relationship, in fact. You guys have been tremendous over the years supporting us. We appreciate the scholarship support. We're hoping that we can continue and build upon that, and we look forward, quite frankly, to working with you in any way that we can. So I hope you won't hesitate when you think about things that we could do. I'm really excited about the fact that this community is so excited about education. Over the past few days, I've been getting an orientation about the emphasis on K through 12 education and all the talk about charter schools. And I know there are pros and cons and there are different camps, but in the final analysis, what it suggests is that this community recognizes how important education is. And everybody's working in his or her own way to make sure that it happens in a big way here in Nashville. And that the young folks here are properly trained and properly educated so that they can adapt to whatever the new world brings. And we want to make sure that we're a part of that. We know that if you talk about K through 12 education, and especially if you talk about making sure that the underserved get what they need to prepare themselves for lives that are successful, that in fact are contributory to our society, that you also need to have that second component, and that is the postgraduate education. And whether we're talking about community colleges or technical schools, or of course four-year institutions, we have a role to play. And we want to make sure that we're there at the table so that we can assure that those young folks are being directed in ways that are going to prove successful, that are going to prove fruitful for them as they come through this system and they come out on the other end and come back into this community and do the kinds of great jobs that we know they'll be able to do. So I thank you again for opening up your hearts and minds, not just to my wife and myself, but to Fisk University. There's so much that we've done in the past. There's so much more that we can do as we move forward together, and we're looking forward to doing that. And so with that, I'll simply say again, thank you very much, and have a good evening.
It is now my privilege to introduce you to Fisk Scholars, and so I will read a little bio about each one, and then after I finish reading the bio, I'll ask them to step forward. Our first Fisk Scholar is Chastity A. who is a junior political science major from Louisville, Kentucky. She has a GPA of 3.43 and serves as president of the Political Science Club, president of Young Democrats, treasurer of the Fisk National Council of Negro Women, a member of the Women of Perfection and Students in Free Enterprise, a Big Sister and Big Brothers Big Sisters, and an RA. She is also SGA Vice President-elect for the 2013-2014 academic school year. She is a Provost Scholar, Minor Daniel Scholarship recipient, Regions Writing Forward Scholarship recipient, Emerging Leader Award recipient, and Louisville Metro Housing Authority Scholarship recipient, and BBS Scholarship recipient. Additionally, during her sophomore year at Fisk, she founded WORTH, which stands for Women Organized to Realize They're Human, an organization that helps women who have been victims of rape and domestic violence seek counseling. After graduation, she plans to attend law school to seek justice for the weak and disadvantaged. Chastity. I will introduce to you now our second Fisk Scholar. Selena Crowley is a senior political science and sociology major from Florida. Upon graduating from Fisk, she will be attending UCLA in the fall for graduate school. At UCLA, she will be studying federal Indian policy and tribal government and judicial systems. Selena spent her previous summer in New York at Columbia University as a Mellon Research Fellow, conducting research on the allocation of Indian game revenues and its correlation to Native American political participation. Since returning back to Nashville, she has been working for Vanderbilt Center for Research on Health Disparities as a field research collector, and like we said before, she decided to attend UCLA in the fall. Selena.
We're going to give them an opportunity if they want to.
Yeah, you should tell them who you are and your major and what you plan to do, please.
So my name is Selena Crowley. I'm a political science and sociology major at Fisk. I'll be graduating this year, and then when I graduate, I'll be going to graduate school at UCLA, studying American Indian Studies, and then applying to law school the following year. I just want to thank everybody here at Bassbury and Sim for supporting us in helping us in our academic endeavors, and it really means a lot to be able to focus more on our studies and our academic obligations rather than worrying about like finances and having his job and taking away from our school time. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Chastity A. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Science major, a junior. After Fisk University, I really want to attend law school. At Columbia University, studying political science. Well, I really want to go to corporate law, because then it's going to go on. But I really want to humbly thank you all at Bass, Berry & Sims for supporting me this year, supporting the both of us. It really does mean a lot to us and all those at this university who you all supported in the past years. So, thank you. So they received their check, but we got like a symbolic. So we're gonna